Have you ever felt like you're trapped in your own mind? Like there's this heavy weight you can't shake off, no matter how hard you try. You wake up and it feels like the world is just too much, but you can't explain why. Have you ever experienced a day when everything seems normal, but inside you, you feel like you're drowning? You might be thinking, why me? Why do I feel this way? And that's a question many ask when they are in that place. And it's normal to wonder. Well, you're not alone. I promise you, many of us have been there, and it's okay to admit it. Hey fighters, welcome back to Heart Talk with MG. I hope you're all doing well, taking care of your beautiful and handsome self. I just want to take a moment to thank you so much for tuning in and listening to our episode. For all new subscribers, welcome, and this is the right place to be. Your support means the world to us, and we couldn't do this without you. So whether you're relaxing at home, on a commute, or taking a break, we're glad to have you with us today. Without further ado, let's dive into the topic of today. I want to talk to you about something that is not always easy to talk about: depression. But here's the thing. I'm not just talking at you. I want us to have a conversation. I'm going to share some thoughts, and I want you to feel free to ask questions because you deserve to be heard. First off, depression isn't just feeling sad for a little while. It's an overwhelming emotion that sticks around for weeks, months, and even sometimes years. It drains you of energy, of motivation. You're stuck in your thoughts. And even the things you once loved no longer bring you joy. You might say,
it never reached to happen. I'm still young.
Depression doesn't discriminate. It has no age, no timeline, no predictable source. It's often an accumulation of things which could be the expectation of work, family, relationship, or society itself. Maybe it's a loss of a job, loss of a loved one, and your brain hasn't fully processed it. And the scariest part is, it can often feel like there is no way out. You wake up and you feel exhausted just from being alive. That's what depression can do to you. It makes everything harder, even the most basic things. Healing is possible, and it starts with acknowledging the truth about where you are at. It's okay to admit that you're struggling. There's no shame in it. Just like you wouldn't shame someone for having a broken leg, there's no shame for having a broken heart or mind. There are things you can do to start healing today. Take one step toward change. Start by giving yourself permission to feel. Sometimes we push down emotions because we think we are supposed to be strong. But suppressing emotions only keeps you trapped. Another important part of healing is acknowledging the root causes. Is there a specific trauma, like something you've gone through, that whenever it comes back, it makes you regret, makes you go back to the emotions of what happened on that day? Sometimes the best thing you can do is talk to someone. Also, I encourage you to practice compassion. I'm talking about real compassion, the kind where you stop being so hard on yourself. You've probably heard that inner voice, the one that says you're not enough, you're not doing well for yourself. But what if we decide to replace that voice that says,
it's okay to not be okay right now. You're doing your best, and that's enough.
Now let's take an example. Let's say you're someone who has recently lost their job. Instead of criticizing yourself for not being further along in your career or feeling like you failed, you can choose to say, this is a tough moment. It doesn't mean I am worthless. It means I am going through something challenging, but I will get through this. When you encourage yourself and make yourself feel worthwhile, depression will run away from you. Now let's talk about practical healing methods. First of all, physical exercise is mostly underrated, but it's very important. Taking a walk, skipping, or doing anything helps your spirit to revive. Practice gratitude. Now, each day, write down just a thing you're very grateful for. Being grateful helps you to avoid negativity. And thirdly, surround yourself with support. Surround yourself with people that encourage you and not those that drain your energy. Because at the moment of depression, you need all the help you can get. To anyone listening, regardless of your age and your journey, I want you to know that healing is possible. It doesn't require perfection. It doesn't happen all at once. It takes time and effort. You're not defined by your depression. You are more than your struggles. I would love to hear from you. This isn't just about talking to you, it's about understanding and supporting each other. What's one thing that's helped you when you've been in a dark place? Or if you're struggling now, what's the one thing that seems most overwhelming for you? Let's talk about it. Let's support each other. Remember, you're more than your depression. Until next Thursday, bye fighters.